and I, we are so random. You bring the darkness to the light, split the atom. I ignore the fact that this will never last. Your words come out so soothing that I forget that this thing is confusing. Having such a blast, but don't ask where my head is at. Cause I'm cruising through the rush of us. I don't care about love, just need your touch. Want you to be my vice, 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 vice. I'm all about your vibe, vibe, vibe. Me and you got that good, yeah, but I'm running like I'm lost in the woods, yeah. I don't really care, cause I just like it here. Me and you can't get enough, no, you know, acted, but I know this is a bluff, though. Having such a blast, but don't ask where my head is at. Cause I'm cruising through the rush of us. I don't care about love, just need your touch. Want you to be my vice, 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 vice. I'm all about your vibe, vibe, vibe. Want you to be my vice, 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 vice. I'm all about your vibe, vibe, vibe. Want you to be my vice, 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 vice. I'm all about your vibe, vibe, You've been hiding in the shadows way too long. You always thought that you were weak, but babe, you're wrong. Yeah, you better step into the light, just give it a try. Think that it's time you let that spark out. You've been hiding in the shadows way too long. And who cares if you might mess it up? You're stronger than the others think. And who cares if you might mess it up? Go ahead and shine, darling. Go ahead and shine, my dear. Cause who cares if you might mess it up? Just shine. Shouldn't doubt yourself, cause you're a work of art. You should know that you are perfect with those flaws. Yeah, you better step into the light, just give it a try. Know that it's time you let that spark out. You've been hiding in the shadows way too long. You're stronger than the others think. And who cares if you might mess it up? Go ahead and shine, darling. Go ahead and shine, my dear. Cause who cares if you might mess it up? Just I'm thinking back on all those times when I felt closed off from all that I could become. Eager but too scared to climb. Wanted to please my friends, but it felt like the end of myself. I was shut down and all drained out. I was lost, so I had to change. Yeah, I shook off all the bad vibes, cut me loose from the pettiness they turned on me. But now I am perfectly free to be me. This is who I am. This is who I am now. No matter what they saying. This is who I am. This is who I am now. They think that I have lost my mind, that I'm not being true, but they don't have a clue. Cause this is me when I cut out all of the shallowness and everything I suppressed to fit in a small frame. But I won't play your game anymore, so I had to change. Yeah, I shook off all the bad vibes, cut me loose from the pettiness they turned on me. But now I am perfectly free to be me. This is who I am. This is who I am now. No matter what they saying. This is who I am. This is who I am now. I'm gonna let them talk, but I ain't following nobody else. How can I be resentful when I finally respect myself? I shook off all the bad vibes, cut me loose from the pettiness they turned on me. But now I am perfectly free to be me. This is who I am. This is who I am now. No matter what they're saying. This is who I am. This is who I am now.
Oh, that's so cute. What the heek? Wait to heek? What happened to my scene? Okay, that was weird. That just stuck. It wasn't on my scene. Hello! Callie's fixing what she broke. Today we're gonna talk about how to sell without selling and get rid of that icky feeling. But we'll get to that topic here in just a second. If you have questions about it, I want you to ask with a Q in front of your question. That way it makes its way into my queue. You're getting an echo. No echo there. Okay, sorry. Here's point number one of live streaming. Don't assume one person. I'm gonna suggest to Todd that maybe you have two windows open. Okay, phew. Since something else went wrong, I was like, ugh. Since Callie is destroying the place. So Callie is over here, not for today's show, but for the announcement that we have coming up at 11 a.m. Pacific. So this stream will end at 10:45, and then I'm gonna roll over to the Live Streaming Pros channels, and we have a kickoff dance, of course. Different songs today for that one. But we have a big announcement, and I'm super excited about it. I can't tell you how excited I am. How excited are you?
So excited!
Seriously, I wasn't able to sleep much last night because I'm so excited that I get to finally tell you all about it. But that's happening at 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific on the Live Streaming Pros channels. However, this is something that we've been able to partner up with ECAMM on, so it's something you're going to want to hear. Whether you are, whatever software you use. Seriously, guys, you're going to want to not miss this. It's going to be amazing. Yes, exactly, Paul. Thank you so much for putting that. Your question should look like this. Otherwise, it's just a comment. Yes. If you have questions about today's topic, be sure to put a Q in front of your question. Excitement here. Yes. Now, some of you all know the announcement because some of you got a sneak peek at it, but you can't share until I share. All right, that's our agreement. You'll have a chance to guess. We might have a little prize action going on for guessing the correct thing when we start that announcement. Not right now. On that stream. That stream is already scheduled. We have the link to it. We'll share that with you. But today we're talking about selling. I know. Okay, hold on. Before I get to that, I have to take one little thing. I feel amped up today. Not only because of the announcement, but this morning was crazy hectic. I had jury duty. But I'm still coughing and sneezing, occasionally. I'm not in the thick of my cold anymore, but I couldn't get a hold of anybody because I thought I was on Zoom, and that's what they told me. And then I checked in last night and they were like, you have to show up in person. I was like, crap, I can't. And they also said, if you're sick, don't come. And then I had to go still because I couldn't get a hold of anybody. Anyway, so it's been crazy hectic this morning. I wasn't sure if they were going to have me, do that or if they were going to reschedule. They wound up rescheduling me for jury duty. So thank goodness I get to be here for this show. Okay. Let me take a breath. Anybody feeling the excitement and the crazy? Okay. Ready to talk about selling without selling? Let's get this party started. How to sell without selling. You can get rid of that icky feeling if you follow just the 5 things that I'm going to share with you today to help you relax in to your launches. So whether we're talking about a book release, a product launch, a Black Friday sale, or Amazon affiliates, or whatever it is, if you have your own product or you're selling somebody else's product, it doesn't truly matter. I'm going to use the word launch today, and I want you to understand that that is referring to anything that might happen where you're announcing something like we are in just an hour in our announcement stream. Thank you so much for the super sticker, Einar. Appreciate you. Okay, so you can accomplish this and not feel bad about selling. And I'm going to walk you through a few different things here to help you understand what the frame of mind that you need to get into in order to make this a win for you and a win for your audience, because that's really all that matters, right? It matters that it's a good, positive thing for the audience and that they want it as much as you want it, right? All right, so let's dive in. So there are 2 types of quote unquote launches or promotions that you might find throughout the course of the tips that I'm going to give you. So we've got the known and the unknown. So when I say this, it's people know what's coming. And I'm going to give you an example here shortly, but people know what's coming and they're kind of getting excited about it, right? Or like this big announcement that we have here shortly, we haven't said anything about it. It is a complete unknown for our audience because we've kept it entirely under wraps. They know something is coming, but they don't know what. And so you can play this either way. You don't have to tell all of the details, or you can tell them what's coming and get them excited about that. So you can go either way, and I flip-flop back and forth between the different types of promotions to sell something, right? But the key to success with this is to forget the word sales. Like, it trips people up so much because at our core, those of us who are good people, we don't want to sell. We have a negative connotation with that because we think of salesmen, right? Car salesman, door-to-door salesman. Like, we think of the negative. And so I want you to flip it in your brain. That's what we're doing. If you want to sell without selling and without feeling icky about it, then you need to either change your definition of sales, or you need to, just not even think about that word at all. Because as you'll see through these 5 tips, it's really all about making it that win-win, right? So step number 1 is to build buzz. This is so much fun. It is a really, really fun way to kind of build up to the launch. The buzz that you're creating starts early, okay? So a lot of people think that they can't announce something, or that they can't tell something, or that they can't sell until everything is perfect and ready to go, right? So get rid of that idea. And you really want to take this process way earlier. Let's say you're launching a book, or you're gonna put out a book. When you are thinking about that book idea, that is when you start talking about it. Pat Flynn did a really great job at this with his last book. He actually was kind of invested throughout the entire process of writing his book by committing to a certain number of word count and posting about that every single day. He would post how many words that he was supposed to do and how many words he actually did. It was an accountability thing, but it also built buzz, right? So people were seeing him through that creation process. It's really about tapping into the emotional investment, not the money investment, the monetary investment. But what I'm talking about in the building buzz stage is that emotional investment, and we'll dive deeper into that as well. But you really want to make people feel like it's theirs as much as it is yours, because at the end of the day, they're going to benefit, right? Stu McLaren is fantastic at the known type of building buzz. So he has a launch that he does every single year for his membership, so Tribe. So he teaches you how to build a membership. And he states the date months in advance of that announcement. So when one launch is done, then they revamp, and then they start promoting that next date the next year, and everybody knows it's coming. They know what's coming. They know all of the details. They know how it goes, right? But it's a known launch, and it's building buzz up to that special date that you like. The thing that I've noticed is that people actually like, not his team, but just viewers will state that date, like, oh, Tribe is coming September 14th or whatever the date is, right? And so he's building that buzz consistently over a period of time. Then number 2 is the tease. The tease is so important. My audience tends to call me the queen of the tease just because I have so much fun with this. So we actually didn't have the date for our announcement that's happening today until a couple weeks ago. And so that's when we started, right? You started as early as you can, but we started, kind of teasing that something was coming up for the last couple of weeks. And so it's about telling people to get ready for something. You drop little hints and bits of information here or there. And it's about, not, if you don't want to tell everybody everything, it's about uncovering little things. And if you can get good at that, your audience actually really loves it. This stuff that I'm sharing with you is something that is not just about you. It's actually really beneficial for the audience because they get behind it. I'm going to ask you in the chat room right now, those of you who have been around my world for a while, do you like the tease? Do you like the tease? Do you like hearing that something's coming up and not knowing every little detail, right? And then it's also that tease process is about genuine excitement. If you're not genuinely excited about what you are doing, then you shouldn't be doing it. Let's face it, right? So Sammy likes the tease. The tease is essential, John says. Yes. And I think that this is where that genuine excitement factor is where so many people go wrong with their selling technique because they're trying to be professional about it, right? And we know we want to look professional, but we don't want to be professional because that's not human. So dive into that genuine excitement and lean into it. This morning, I did a live stream from my phone at the courthouse, not inside, but I was at the courthouse and I was waiting to go in and be checked in for jury duty. And I didn't know if they were going to keep me there all day and the announcement wasn't going to go like planned, right? But I just had that open conversation like, hey guys, like I'm super, super excited about this announcement. We've had it planned for a while, but I don't know what's going to happen today. So I don't know if it's going to happen at 11. I don't know if it's going to happen at all. Like, I don't know. But I was sharing my genuine excitement about the announcement that we have coming up. And I was giggling and it's just being me, right? That's just me. And I think I did a little dance. So share that and don't be afraid of it. That's where your audience and you connect as a human being. The investment. I mentioned the emotional investment, and this is tip number 3. You want to get them involved in the process and make sure you ask them for their participation. If you're going to do a known launch type, then you would actually be able to have them, title your book if it's a book, right? Or whatever. Like you can kind of ebb and flow in terms of how you get their emotional investment, but everything that has led up to this tip is creating that emotional investment because they want to see what's coming, right? They want to be involved in that process. But you can go way deeper with this by polls, by asking them their thoughts, by asking them to participate in decisions. And don't worry, that freaks people out sometimes. Like everybody's like all the decisions are out of your hands at that point. That's not really the case. But the more you allow them to participate in decisions, and they don't have to be the final decision maker, right? But it will help that emotional investment and that involvement in the process. And then tip number 4 is to have fun. I said throw out the concept of sales at the beginning of this. If you have fun with your selling, your audience is going to enjoy the process as well. So I'm going to show you this. This was our last year's Black Friday special where we had a discount going on, and we had Pocket Callie, is what the audience has named her, down in the bottom, and she was celebrating our audience who bought during that promotion. And this, wait for it. Go ahead and talk.
I'm
Wait,
speaking.
I got the wrong time
Hard for
code.
me to read the names when I'm here.
So she would hit the pinata every time somebody would buy something, and it caused people to actually want to buy more, right? Yeah, and it's really, it's just about fun. It's about putting away the sales technique, and we have to be serious and professional about all of this. And oh. I was like, what's happening right now? It's a super chat. I don't know why the music is coming through, but not the not that. But thank you so much, Marcus. Pocket Cali love. Yes. So that is it at its core, is if you can stop trying to be structured and say all of the right things don't matter as much as just having fun. If you're a laughing kind of person like I am, I love to laugh. Smiling is my favorite. Then do that, right? If your personality is different, lean into that piece of your personality. Sticky note parties are also something that a lot of people do when they're launching something, and they grab a sticky note and they put new customers' names on them, and they place them up on their walls behind the camera so that people can see. And that leads us to our final thing, which is to give personal human-to-human attention, right? We do not, and this is like the most important thing in this whole thing. If you treat people as numbers, they will feel like a number and they don't want to buy, right? If they feel like you care about them as a human being and them individually, that's what matters. And that should carry over into everything you do. We talk about that with our live streams. The same is true for any promotions that you're doing, right? So I think these are the 5 tips that will really change the way you sell. And if you lean into the sense of fun and you lean into your personality and you get rid of the need to do it right or buy the book or buy sales techniques, you can implement all of that. I'm not saying that you can't integrate sales techniques into your promotion, but if you have that layer of fun, emotional investment, the building of the buzz, right? All of that will make a massive, massive difference. When I stopped trying to sell and I just started treating my sales processes like I do with my live streams, that's when everything changed for me. So I think that this is something that's really hugely beneficial for you. If you're watching the replay, we're going to go into Q&A for the live viewers. But also don't forget to check out the announcement that we have. As I said, we've been building buzz for this for the last couple of weeks. It is an unknown announcement, and you can learn by seeing how we do it, right? So I will link to that right here. And I just invite you to watch and learn and take part in it from a viewer perspective so that you can do the same for yourself. All right. I really appreciate you being here, and I'll see you in that video. All right, live viewers, it is now time to dive into your questions. Thank you, Katie. I appreciate you. SmackDown. Oh, hey. Yes, that's happening in just a few minutes, about 20 minutes. Thank you, Ryan. Good to see you. It's been a while. Marcus, shh. There are a few people who know, but shh. So I do invite you. This is something that ECAMM is actually involved in. But whatever software you use, whatever type of streaming you do, I would tell you that you don't want to miss this. I should have put FOMO in there. I totally missed FOMO out of that list. But FOMO, fear of missing out, that is also something that's really powerful in that process. But I thought it would be fun to kind of tie these two topics together so that because I know this is something that you struggle with a lot, is that feeling of the icky when you're selling. But you'll see today, if you join us at 10:50 for the pre-show dancing and at 11 for the announcement itself, you'll see how we just enjoy the process and we can sell without selling, right? So I just invite you to be a part of that from all perspectives. Okay, let's see. We need a pocket Callie. We need a pocket Luria when Callie streams. Oh boy. She doesn't have a green screen. Serious and professional. Oh yeah, be serious and professional. Yes, exactly. Genuinely help people fix their pain points. And I didn't go into, you know, a lot of that type of stuff, but that's an entirely different aspect of selling, which is understanding that what you have to offer is actually beneficial and not something that you're forcing down people's throats. Like, no, we don't want to force anything down people's throats. We just know that it's going to be something that they want because it's a value to them. If you're attracting the right audience, then that's just a match. They're there for watching you with your live streams and your videos because they want something from you. And if that content matches your promotion of in some way, then it's a natural inclination, right? Deliver honest value, honestly. Okay. Let's see. Yes, the special announcement is software and OS agnostic. Absolutely. Always love how much fun you have. Why, thank you, James. I appreciate you. It's easy to sell when you know it's valuable and honest product integrity. Absolutely. And I probably should have started with that, but that's it. If you don't have integrity, if you don't have, you know, that behind whatever you're doing, it's definitely not going to work. It might work with like sales techniques, right? It might work immediately and for a little bit, but it won't work long term. Okay, so we have some questions. By the way, I got to give a shout out to Doc. He hurt his foot or leg or something. I'm so sorry. I hope that you are... I hope that you're feeling better. He can't get to his studio. Hello, Michelle. Thank you so much. Okay. Wait, hold on. Yes, yes. I saw somebody do that type of thing earlier on Facebook. She asked us to vote on 4 versions of her new sales promo picks. Exactly. That voting process is a great way to get people involved. Callie puts up polls all the time. My hair is really wacky today. Sorry. But yes, getting people involved in those decisions can be a huge, huge benefit for you. Sammy wants to know if we're doing Pocket Callie for the Black Friday stream. I mean, I might as well say yes because we are, but so you'll get to see that on our Black Friday special. CK, what Black Friday, Cyber Monday wish list deals are you watching? We'll be talking about that for our Black Friday special. So we'll on Black Friday for the live streaming pros channels, because we're multicasting on all of the things. Yeah, we'll have a whole like, these are the things that we're paying attention to on that show. Daniel, but what if you're not fun and happy? That's why I said, if that's your thing, lean into your personality. I know some people, all of the things. All of yeah, all of it. So I have a capture card issue, obviously, but don't drop anything.
Oh, I was trying to make a good like entrance.
Oh, so I just ordered all of these capture cards because we have a series of capture card videos coming up. So you're going to love some content coming up. I'm not even going to try and take it out of your hands, but that's like a lot of capture cards. So I'll be fixing my issue. But you lean into you. Don't try and be me. I started to say this, I've seen people with more dry humor personalities have major success, right? It's about leaning into you, and because the audience is there for you. Selling goes wrong when you try and be somebody else. And that's the kicker. Like, if you're trying to be this other person because they tell you this is the way to do it, it's not going to work for you. So it won't be effective and you will not convert. So when you find those tweaks and those ways to lean into you, that's what you're going to find success in, right? Let me see. Do you think you could sell live that is not live streaming, like if you needed to sell cereal? Absolutely. Yes. Because live is so powerful from a human connection standpoint, it works for everything. Remember, I was a part of the YouTube small business event where they had entrepreneurs and small businesses do live streams with the purpose of selling. And my whole participation was to help them sell live and, get their personality integrated into the mix and relax into it. One of the people that I was working with, I could tell she had an amazing personality and just really likable. But I could also see that it was massively hidden away because she was following a script, right? And she was kind of like going through this very prepared presentation. And so as I worked with her on that process of selling live, and this was like clothing, right? As we kind of worked together, I was able to relax her and not be so concerned with saying exactly the right words, because that was her concern. She wanted to make sure she hit all of her bullet points and all of the important messaging, right? And when she got rid of that need and she just showed up and just talked from her heart, that's when she actually was able to really sell well. And people really enjoyed that stream, right? So you can sell anything live. And I mean, there are entire platforms for doing so, right? It doesn't have to be about live streaming. Yes, keeper of the capture cards. It's great that you lean into your quirks. Works well for sales too. Absolutely. You got to lean into your quirks and to your personality in your videos, in your live streams, in your selling process, all of it. Nice, Joanne. That's cool. I love this sweater. It's super comfy. That's almost... I know, right? Okay, let me see. Question. Can the question be on another live stream related topic? Yeah, I'm happy to. Typically our Friday shows on Live Streaming Pros are like open-ended, whatever you want to talk about. If it doesn't take us way too off track, go ahead and ask. If I have time, I will definitely help you out as much as I can. And dude, Miss Jill says, I feel this so much being authentic. I've had to allow myself to be my quirky self without fear of being taken seriously. It's truly all like, it is an unlocking process. And I think that some people kind of naturally come into it, but most people, it takes some time. It takes them doing it and hitting their head against the wall and being professional and serious and trying to say all of the right things. And then you figure out that that's just not working. It doesn't feel good to you. When you don't feel good inside, that's your cue that you're not doing it right, right? If you are selling and you feel that ickiness, then I would ask yourself and watch back your streams. Send that video or whatever it is to a family or friend, so that they can say, like, that's just not you. Like, that doesn't feel like who you are, who I know you to be. And if you can kind of back yourself up and say, why am I feeling this ickiness? Then you can fix it, right? And so sometimes, and let's just be honest, like sometimes I try a new quote unquote sales technique or a new marketing thing or whatever, and then I feel yucky. And so I say, never again, right? There are certain things that work for a lot of people that just don't feel right to me. So I don't do them anymore. And it's just a part of that learning process, right? And sometimes I think you have to overstep or step in the wrong mud in order to back yourself up and find the things that actually do work for you. Instead of selling, think of your product helping the consumer, and you're doing a disservice by not selling. 1000%. Absolutely. The less you try to sell and the more you try and solve people's problems, the better. Absolutely. You guys are on it. You don't need me. If someone wants to sell me their products, I don't have any problem. But if somebody wants to promote their products, I have a hard time figuring out what my time or persona is worth. Okay. Why is the music coming through when it's hidden? It's funny. Marcus, thank you so much. Hold on, Callie, if it's still not working, you have to dance in person. All right. Callie, there you go. So Daniel, listen up, Daniel, join me for the 11 o'clock announcement, okay? Because I think you're going to, I think you'll benefit from the announcement. Okay. Good morning, Rob. Good to see you here. Thanks for showing up today. Let's see. Paul forgot. Oh no. Oh no. Well, welcome. You're not too late because we're going live twice today. We're going live twice. The studio is haunted. I know. The studio is like today there have been a series of things that have gone wrong for me. But that's not indicative of the 11 o'clock hour. Let's hope. What time is 11 in the UK?
AM, I think.
No.
Oh, wait. Oh, no, they're AM. For some reason, I was thinking they were behind us, like 2 hours ahead of us.
Let's see. 7 p.m.?
Yeah.
Okay, 7 p.m. we think. Okay, so 7 p.m. For those of you in the UK, which is like in just a bit. We start the kickoff dance party, different music than today's. Here in 15 minutes, 10 minutes, 35, 45, 15 minutes. Wow.
Live math.
Yep. Let's not do live math. All right, so I'm gonna wrap this baby up and kind of switch gears, but put your dancing shoes on. Let's dance this baby out so that we can dance this baby in here shortly. The link is being shared with you guys right now to that special announcement. It is not something that you're going to want to miss. It is going to be fun because you know me. I promise you fun all the time, right? Yeah, we did this, what we're about to announce, for you. So with you in mind. And so I want you to show up, hear about it, but also pay attention to how we're kind of going through this announcement. And that way you can learn how to sell without selling, right? So, I mean, obviously there's always some kind of sales process to it, right? But you can have that release of the icky feeling and just dive into your personality, have a whole lot of fun. Yes, I think so. Let's get on with confusing the baby by dancing this one out. Thank you all so much for hanging and asking great questions and giving good tips of your own. And I will see you on the Live Streaming Pros channels here in just about 15 minutes. Bye.